Hi, my name is Maurice Buckley. I'm the CEO of NSAI and delighted to be here at this joint NSAI BSI forum in Belfast. Well, we had a good group here with 50 or 60 people from business, from government organisations, mostly from Northern Ireland, but some representatives from the UK and some from the South as well. So we had a good session at the beginning when we discussed topics and brainstormed over where we could cooperate. Then we broke off into a number of workshops. Industry 4.0 and digitisation. We had standards and regulation, which is very important, and we got very high attendances at that workshop. And the last workshop we had was on the topic of innovation and innovation management. And again, that's an area where standards are being used more and more. I think for some people, particularly in small industries, the technology world can be almost overwhelming. And how do you get your technology brought forward in a sea of other competing technologies? And hopefully we're able to offer some reassurance that standards is a tool to do that.
For your typical tracker?
Hi, my name is Peter McMahon from Dramone Engineering. Throughout the last number of years, last 7 years, we've worked as a technical expert within the standards. I suppose I'm going to discuss the advantages of actively getting part of standards development. Standards are critical for trying to enter new lucrative markets, and I suppose safety has taken a key kind of stage now, in particular in the agricultural and the construction markets. And it ensures complete compliance of the product, and that is something that the customer is essentially expecting from us.
Traditionally, SMEs are looking for how can I gain competitive advantage over my competitors in the marketplace. We've looked, and I'm chair of an industry body with the NSAI, looking at how to make standards relevant for SMEs. And what we're doing is we're developing, and we have developed, a range of practical toolkits that SMEs can take, derived from standards, and implement tomorrow in their business.
Came here today to understand more about particular legislation that we are adhering to with our software development. We're a software cloud technology company, and also to understand more of what NSAI we're doing along with BSI. Standards now are part and parcel of every organisation's processes, and there's no organisation that can really run in this current 21st century without having standardisation.
Hi, my name is Adam Matthews. I work for the UK BIM Task Group. So I'm here today to give a presentation on the topic of the role of public policy and the connection with standards. Governments around the world are recognising the value of digitalisation and standardisation. So they're taking a leadership role in encouraging best practice, especially in the construction sector, which is looking for new ways of working with digital technologies. The construction sector itself has got inefficiencies within it because of lack of standardisation. The lack of standardisation costs productivity in the region of about 35-37%. So that's really what we're trying to search for in construction, is that level of improvement.
The key message for industry here is that standards should be seen as an enabler of their success. It drives productivity, drives innovation, helps them recruit and retain staff. We're investing a lot in the future of standards making. So the idea is that we don't see industry anymore wanting to buy paper copies of standards and put them in a library shelf and so on. So in order to do that, we need to invest in fragmenting this standard itself into its digital elements and then building that into software platforms that companies can use directly without having to buy the old-fashioned paper standard anymore.
I learned a lot about the digitisation and some of the future movements towards innovation and standards. One other thing that I learned today is that NSAI and BSI are both very approachable organisations, so if you're unclear as to which standards do relate to your business, that not to be backwards, to pick up the phone, and that NSAI and BSI will both help signpost you to the relevant areas that you need to go to.
Because standards embody structured knowledge, because they embody agreements between people, as soon as you've got a new area, people are going to need to agree between them things, basics like the vocabulary, how they talk to one another. They might need to agree interoperability, maybe how it fits with existing technologies. Instead of people working by themselves, if they come together to agree, then you get a far more solid basis for technology to grow.
And explore the websites of BSI in the UK and NSAI in Dublin. Ring us, talk to us, and it's different for every person. So depending on your area of interest, one or other organisation, maybe both organisations, will be able to support you. Pick up the phone and contact us.